Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. I had so much fun designing for my Christmas card series. This is round 2. You're going to love these cards. They're just so cute. Check out the link below to see the details and to place your order so you can get your free kit. Here is the card we will be making today. For this card, I used Prize Peony and I used that small peony image. Let me pull in my measurements because this is a different fold. It's a gatefold card on the side. So to make that, I used a petal pink card base that's 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. So I am going to fold and burnish these pieces, the sides, and they meet in the middle. All right. Then I took 2 pieces of basic gray that's 2 by 5 1/4, and I have those cut. And then I went to my Peony Garden and I found 2 patterns that I like. I love this gray peony flower pattern, and I like the pink speckle. And there was just enough interest in them to make a great card front. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to add it to the backs of my paper. All right, and then I'm going to add those pieces on here, and I'm watching my spacing side to side, top to bottom. I'm sticking it down, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And then I don't know about you, but I love our DSP. The color coordination is fabulous. The colors for this card came from the DSP itself. All right, now I need to add these 2 pieces to my card front. So I'm going to add some glue. All right, and then this is the pink speckle, and it goes on the bottom flap. So I'm going to open it that way, and then I always look at it because to me there's one side that looks upside down. It's probably not true, it's probably just me, but it does look like it's upside down to me. All right, and then this piece goes on the front, and what you have to be careful when you put this on is to make sure, like if I put this on here, this is upside down, so that looks funny to me. I'm going to do it this way. This one looks upside down also, but the one that was, this one was in the middle, and it was just so blatantly upside down, whereas those are not. So now our card base is done. And to make our little decoration in there, I used the Layering Ovals dies, and I found 2. This one is the larger one, and I cut a piece of basic gray out of this. This one I'm going to cut my peony flower out of. So I'm going to take a scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to take my basic gray ink, all right, and I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it on my cardstock like so. And this was fine and dandy, but I wanted some color. So I pulled in a block, and I pulled in my ink pad, and I just stamped on my block. And then I'm going to take a blender pen, and I'm going to pick up the ink, and I'm going to color the peony. And what I did was I didn't do the petals, but what I'm doing is I'm kind of going really lightly, and I'm going in circles so that it kind of doesn't get real dark in one area. So it does take some practice, so stamp a bunch of them and play with it and see what you can do with it. And if it's a little darker in some areas, that's okay. It's just adding some shadows. So I'm going to color the whole thing in. And this will dry lighter. I know you're looking at it going, that is really dark, Robbie, really dark. But if you look at that one, it's not that dark. As it dries, it gets lighter. Several of our inks do that, and people think, ooh, it's too harsh. Okay. All right, now when you finish this, you want to take and you want to scribble till it runs clear, because if not, it will stay in your tip and it will always be that color. Now this is stained, but it's still clear. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to move that over here. I'm going to take this die and I'm centering it, and I'm going to use a piece of tape to hold it in place so that it doesn't move on me. It's the only thing I have to cut. Now, when you take your tape off, pull it back on itself so that it doesn't rip your paper. Like on this, I'm going to pull it back on itself so it doesn't rip your paper on here. And there's my image ready to go. And I'm going to take and I'm going to add that to my circle. And then we're going to put this on with dimensionals, but you have to be careful because you can't put dimensionals on the whole thing. You have to put it on the top. So what you want to do is what I did was I put on one at the top, and then I put one on this side. It's sticking to me. One on this side. One on this side. And then I put another one right underneath that one because I was afraid that it was, there wasn't enough adhesive to hold it in place. And you don't want your image to come apart or come off your card base. So then I just put it on my card base and I kind of centered it side to side, made sure the dimensionals were behind there, and there it is. And then I use the same technique to color the inside and the envelope. If you like this project today and want to make one for yourself, you can order supplies from my online store. The link is below. I have a loyalty program that rewards people who order from me. Check out the program when you check out my blog. I would love to have you help me out on YouTube. Make sure you click the subscribe button below so you don't miss my videos. If you want to be notified when I upload a video, click the bell next to it. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.